Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wrestling is Terrible. I am Tristan Glover, the martial arts phone freak, and I am, of course, joined by Jeremy. Jeremy, how you doing?
Hey, y'all. Glad to be here, Tristan. I always look forward to it when you come prepared with games for us. So I'm definitely curious to check this one out, see how poorly I perform.
Yes, I've got some trivia on gimmick matches that are not just the regular one-on-one or tag team match, but something a bit like, something with some extra little spice to it.
And what you
some
think
of it
is
just
going to
weird.
happen here is that I might actually get some right, or you're going to be able to educate me about a bunch of things I've never heard of.
I have 100% put some things in here that I'm sure you're going to get right.
Okay.
And then I have some that are just weird that I just wanted to talk about because they're weird. And I do not expect you to get them completely right. So that is what we're expecting here. So let's go ahead and jump straight into the game of gimmick matches. All right, so we have got 10 questions of gimmick match trivia. Jeremy, do you have any confidence going into this? Like I said, I've got a few here that I'm very confident you're going to get.
No, I mean, yes, I share your confidence for the ones that you think I'm going to get. I feel like you've probably put some layups in here for me, but I can't even tell you what a gimmick match is right now. So I'm really curious to see how this goes.
I've got some confidence for you. Let's jump in with question one here. Question one is, what three tag teams participated in the first ever tables, ladders, and chairs match in 2000? And if you need it, I do have some multiple choice for you.
Yeah. Let me get the multiple choice.
So that is A, the Hardys, Edge and Christian, and the APA. B, the Dudleys, the Hardys, and the New Age Outlaws. Or C, the Dudleys, the Hardys, and Edge and Christian.
I feel like A.
No, that would be C, which is, I guess I didn't even put that in there. That would be Edge and Christian, the Dudleys, and the Hardys.
Oh, that's probably a fun match to watch.
Oh, look at that! Oh, my God! Edge for the 25 ladder!
It's fantastic. They did like two or three of those, and they're all great. Well, Jeremy, I've got to say, I'm kind of worried now because that was one of the layups I put in here.
Yeah, I can see that.
Let's get to the next question here. Who won the first Royal Rumble match in 1988?
Oh God. Multiple choice.
A, Ricky Steamboat. B, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. C, Hulk Hogan. Or D, Bob Backlund.
Oh God, dude. 1988. I feel like we're moving out of Hulkamania at that point. I'm not really sure. Let's go with B, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
That would be Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
All right, let's go.
There you go. First one on the board here.
Back on track.
Next question. What is the difference? And this is just going to be, this is no like specific answer. I'm just sort of going to take your answer and be like, yeah, that sounds about right. What is the difference between a steel cage match and a Hell in the Cell match?
All right. I mean, I can visualize, and I've actually played a couple of the games before, so I should know this. Both of them, you got a chain link cage that drops down around the ring. I think both of them, the only way to win is to climb out of I think the only way to win either of them is to climb out.
Tell me about the structures here. What's the difference in the structures themselves?
The size of the cages?
I mean, kinda, yeah. I'm like, so you're right on the size of the cages. Just give me like some detail. What can you do in a Hell in a Cell that you maybe can't do in a steel cage? What can you do in a steel cage can't do in a Hell in a Cell?
You can maybe like go outside the ring in a Hell in a Cell match, where a cage match is just basically around the ring itself. Yeah. I feel like Hell in a Cell matches like look more metal. Like they've always got like a more dramatic kind of lighting situation going on. I don't fucking know, dude. What is it?
You're pretty much on there. So with the steel cage, you can win, at least in WWE, you can win by escaping. Hell in a Cell, there is no win by escaping because it does have a roof on it. However, most of the time, someone gets out and they get chased and they end up fighting on top of the cage. But you are correct that there is more space around the ring. Yeah.
So in a Hell in a Cell match, is it KO only or is it different depending on the match?
Pinfall submission.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah. So I guess anybody in the comments can say if you got a point on that one.
Yeah, I feel like 1.25 points so far.
Yeah. Moving on to the next question here. Some of these are going to be pretty long because matches in wrestling, they get stupid. Okay, so an on a pole match is a match in which an item hangs on a pole in a corner of the ring. Wrestlers are either victorious from retrieving the item, or the item is a weapon that wrestler is now allowed to use. Items have included steel chairs, sledgehammers, and kendo sticks. Jeremy, true or false? Wrestlers once competed for a bottle of Viagra on a pole.
I mean, it's too ridiculous to not be real. I'm going to say true.
This is absolutely true. Wrestling is stupid.
And was Ric Flair one of the two competitors?
I don't even remember who it was. I don't even want to watch it.
On a pole match, that feels very much like it was sponsored by Viagra. I love everything about it.
Moving on to the next question here. Real or fake? I'm going to explain to you a match type, and I want you to tell me if it's real or if I made it up.
Okay.
So this match type is called King of the Mountain match. So I'm just going to explain this to you. You're just going to have to listen to these long explanations and tell me if I just made this bullshit up or if it's real. So in the King of the Mountain match, the 5 competitors in the match start out as ineligible to win. In order to become eligible, a wrestler must score a pinfall or submission on another opponent. The opponent who submits or is pinned is forced to spend 2 minutes in the penalty box. More than one wrestler can be in the cage. This often results, of course, in wrestlers fighting inside that cage or forming some sort of alliance. Once eligible, the wrestler may win the match by retrieving the match's prize, usually a championship belt or something, from an official. They can take it, climb up a ladder, and hang that item above the ring. Anybody who is eligible can also steal the item. Is this real or fake?
Oh, that is the most convoluted kind of crap that only could be made up in the writer's room of a wrestling promotion. I don't understand anything about that, which actually puts it on par with the rules of about 75% of the gimmick matches. I'm going to say it's real.
Yeah, this was some bullshit that they came up with in TNA, and nobody likes it.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Can you give me the condensed version of it so that I can wrap my head around it?
So it's the opposite of a ladder match. Instead of retrieving something hanging above the ring, you have to hang something over the ring. You have to climb the ladder and put something up.
Okay.
But it's not that simple because you actually have to do something else before you are allowed to do that.
Yeah, that is stupid.
It's awful. Moving on. When you have successfully applied your opponent with a diaper, you have won this kind of match. Want to throw out any guesses as to what this match is called?
When you have successfully applied your opponent with a diaper, you have won this match. So you're putting a diaper on your opponent. I mean, like, is it a changing the baby match?
No, but I will give you multiple choice here.
Okay, let's get
You've got a diaper eliminator, a crybaby match, baby battle, or a defeat and defecate.
It's a B, right? It's a crybaby match.
This is a crybaby match.
Defeat and defecate would have been amazing, though.
Yeah, I came up with that all by myself.
I thought you might have, dude. I had to give you your flowers for that. Yeah, crybaby match. You ever seen one of those?
I believe it was between Razor Ramon and you talked about him earlier, X-Pac, but at the time he was the 1-2-3 Kid.
God, all right, I gotta see that.
Next question here. Another real or fake situation. This match is called Feast or Fired. Is this match real or did I make it up? All right, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
In a Feast or Fired match, all 4 corners of the ring hang briefcases on poles. Wrestlers compete to climb and retrieve the 4 briefcases. But this is a gamble, as each briefcase contains a different contract. 1 for a world championship shot, 1 for a shot at the mid-card championship, and 1 for a shot at the tag team championships. But the 4th contains a pink slip. If you pull this one down, you are fired. Is this match real or fake?
Yeah, and it sounds very The Apprentice. I feel like Donald Trump has something to do with this match. I'm going to say Feast or Fired is real, and it was a cross promotion with the show The Apprentice.
It is real. However, no, this has nothing to do with Donald Trump. This was just more TNA bullshit.
Okay, all right. I like my idea a little better.
This is still something they do today. They just did one like last month.
Have you ever seen a person get like they're fired because their contracts are up or because
their contract could be up? Maybe they're doing something with the story. I think with this one, the guy that pulled the fired this past month or so is a Japanese wrestler who's just currently on excursion in America, and it's just time for him to go back to Japan.
So the stakes aren't really there, but it seems like it's a way to make it. Yeah.
So a way to write him off TV. Next question here. The Money in the Bank ladder match concept was created by Chris Jericho. True or false? Despite having created the match type, Chris Jericho has never won the Money in the Bank contract.
I've never heard of him winning the contract, but as we've established, that means very little. Because of the nature of the question, I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm going to say it's true. He's never won the Money in the Bank contract.
That is correct. Chris Jericho never won the match.
All right.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Despite having came up with the initial idea for it.
That's a cool match. I like that Gimmick match pretty good because it affects the whole rest of the
year. Yeah, as long as they have that briefcase, like something about it is always in the air.
Yeah.
I believe this next one might be the last question here. This is another one where I'm just going to sort of go off the feel of and how good you're kind of talking about it. Please explain the rules of TNA's Reverse Battle Royal.
Interesting. Okay, so my understanding of a battle royal is you start with everybody in the ring, and every time an opponent is tossed out of the ring, they lose until there's one last person standing who ultimately ends up winning the battle royal. A Royal Rumble is pretty much a reverse battle royal to the best of my
a Royal Rumble is really just a battle royal, but on a grander stage and for a shot at WrestleMania.
Say what you just said again.
So you explained a battle royal, which is like throwing people over the top rope. The Royal Rumble is just that, but it's just on a bigger stage and it has a better, like if you win, you get a shot at WrestleMania. So like it's just a bigger royal. It's just a bigger battle royal.
But a battle royal starts with everybody in the ring.
Yes, but the Royal Rumble is everybody coming in one at a time.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it's still just a battle royal.
Okay. So a reverse battle royal. I know because it's TNA, it's going to be super confusing, but like in my mind, this is kind of the only thing that makes sense. Everybody starts out outside the ring, and when they throw the person into the ring, they get eliminated until there's one person left who gets to like run into the ring at the end, and then they're declared the winner.
So you are on the right track with everybody starts out outside the ring. And they have to throw, and so everybody starts out outside of the ring.
Okay.
What from there? Because it's more. So I'll tell you this: it's more than just throwing people into the ring or just getting into the ring. So all I'll say is go on.
Yeah. Got you. All right. So you have to get into the ring with the person that you've thrown into the ring for a 3 count, and then that person's eliminated. But then you have to get back out of the ring and do it again? Like, as in, Go ahead.
Like halfway there. You're about 50% of the way there.
30 more rules. All right. So everybody starts outside the ring, and they have to throw up the opponent into the ring, and then they pin that person for a 3 count to win. So now you've got one person in the ring until the next person comes in and pins somebody, right? So now because 2 people get thrown into the ring at one time, right? And then 2 people have to pin those people. So now there's 2 people in the ring, and that keeps happening until the people in the ring are the only ones left because they have just now won from previous pins, and now they have to get each other back out of the ring now, and then they do the pinfalls on the outside of the ring before a fucking cage comes and drops down around the last surviving 5 people, and then those people have to climb out of the cage, and then dude, I'm so lost. Okay,
you're good.
Seriously,
so I'll tell you this. It's okay, go on.
Seriously though, you have to throw the opponent into the ring and pin them to win until the only people in the ring have defeated an opponent, and then it goes like a traditional Royal Rumble battle royal.
So while what you just said certainly sounds batshit insane, but it doesn't sound any less stupid than the actual match. I'll say you're about 70-75% of the way there. What a reverse battle royal is 16 people start out on the outside. 8 people. When 8 people get into the ring, everybody else left on the outside is eliminated, is done. Only 8 people can get in the ring. Once those 8 people get in the ring, then it becomes a traditional battle royal. You must throw the person over the top rope. The final 2 people in the ring have a straightforward pinfall or submission match. And that is what a reverse battle royal is.
I don't hate it. It's
not terrible.
Yeah.
What makes it stupid to watch is watching a bunch of dudes on the outside of the ring who all could easily just get in the ring, and instead they start fighting. They're trying to climb into the ring, and it just looks stupid.
Oh, so you don't have to you can just go into the ring.
No, it's literally just the first 8 people to get into the ring. So instead, you just have a bunch of people trying to stop everybody else from getting into the ring.
Yeah.
It's a very hard match type to watch. I don't think they've done it in several years. It was a bad idea, and I think they know it, and it's stupid, and I hate it.
I like Royal Rumbles. I don't really like Battle Royals. What do you think about that?
What makes the Royal Rumble more fun to watch is the surprise. It's who's going to come out next.
And just when there is so many wrestlers in the ring at one time, it's like you kind of want to have the focus on these couple of people at any time. So when you look around the ring, like 75 to 90% of the people aren't doing anything.
They're just like laying in the corner, or they're just like acting like they're pushing on somebody else.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
So somebody else can get their spot. What's my favorite what?
Gimmick match.
My favorite gimmick match is probably, I do love a Royal Rumble. I'm a big fan of a proper TLC match when they could go crazy back in the early 2000s. But probably a Royal Rumble. It's always the most exciting time of the year. Someone's going to maybe debut, someone's going to return. You never know who's actually going to win. Well, sometimes you have a decent idea, but you never know. Maybe they'll throw a curveball and somebody else wins. They'll either disappoint you or they'll make you happy. Who knows?
I like a Royal Rumble. I like a cage match. Maybe I'll just say a Hell in a Cell or a Royal Rumble.
I love a War Games match.
What is that?
You'll see. I'm probably gonna make you watch one in like 2 weeks because they're probably gonna do War Games at Survivor Series this year. That's what it looks like. But let's get out of here and let's get this thing over with here. Let me get out of here. All right, Jeremy. Do you feel like you learned anything, or you feel like wrestling is just really freaking stupid?
I mean, yes times 2. I love it though. It is a special kind of stupid that I have been learning to appreciate. And now I'm just more curious about checking out some of these other gimmick matches. I was like, do I even know what a gimmick match is? I didn't know if it was going to be like Hulk Hogan versus Big Bird or something like that, but understanding like it's a different structured match
Yeah,
Could
just
go
a
a lot of
match that
fun.
isn't just a typical one-on-one pinfall basic match. Anything that has like a little bit of extra twist to it is a gimmick match.
I really enjoyed trying to decipher what a reverse battle royal
Mhm.
was. So yeah, man.
TNA is fantastic. TNA is great. I love Impact. I think what Impact is doing right now is fantastic, but Jesus Christ, that company has made a lot of really stupid decisions.
Thanks for putting it together. Thanks for doing it, man. It's always a pleasure.
No problem at all. Thank you for participating, and thank everybody for watching. Just don't forget to comment down below what your answers were to these, how you would describe a reverse battle royal without knowing what a reverse battle royal was. What do you want a reverse battle royal to be? Because whatever you want, it's probably going to be better than what they came up with. So comment that stuff down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends to watch. Forward to all you people. Share on Facebook and do all that stuff. On behalf of Jeremy, the Pop Culture Nihilist, and myself, Tristan, the Martial Arts Film Freak, thank you so much for watching, and stay terrible.
Peace.